How about taking the momentum from the Arizona game and taking it in the road trip?
Yeah, it was a special night, a lot of fun. It showed a lot of heart, a lot of will, determination. These things were great, and it feels like so much has happened since then. It's been very upsetting what the basketball world and humanity overall had the experience on Sunday. I was sitting there watching my brother's team play, and in the morning, and all of a sudden after that game, I saw what happened. It was, it's been tough. I mean, we've been in a bit of a funk just the last since then. There's so many guys on our team that idolized Kobe, and so it's been a struggle. We've been trying to work through it as best we can, but he was such a meant so much to this generation of players, and to see that happen, and families torn apart like that with such a tragedy is very, very upsetting. And we've done what we could in terms of practice and getting the work that we needed to get done, and now we're going to head out on the road.
What do you share with your team in a situation like that?
It's I talked to a few guys that day that were really bothered by it initially, and then yesterday we spoke as a group, and just remind them how precious life is, and to take advantage of all your moments, and nothing is guaranteed, no matter how much you've accomplished or how much fame you have or money. It's life can be taken from you instantly, and talked about the families. It was just so bad that families are torn apart. Sisters lost sister, a mom lost a daughter, a wife lost a husband. There's so many angles to this that are upsetting, especially when there's no preparation for it, and it just happens instantly.
And given your story, your history, and what you went through, do you inject that at all into a situation like this with players in terms of the fragility of life and all that?
I didn't want to make it like about me and talk about my experience, and I certainly was very close and very fortunate. But yeah, I mean, it's especially for young people that haven't really experienced loss, or maybe haven't been around to even know how to deal with it, and it's difficult. There's not a blueprint that you could go to discuss this stuff. You just try and be open about how you feel about the situation.
Coach, do you think that your team's going to do anything to honor him this game?
We have not gotten that far yet, and again, we have the whole day to travel and get to Pullman tomorrow, and be able to maybe possibly talk as we meet later tonight. But we have not we haven't discussed that.
Does the team have any memories of him ever, like meeting him or you personally?
We crossed as my rookie year and his rookie year, my last year, and I remember playing in LA, and I made a move, and he made a comment about Duke, because I had played there. Don't try that Duke stuff here, and he's just he was a baby. He was 18 years old then, and but that was my main interaction. I really didn't have a personal connection to Kobe, other than just being in awe of what he accomplished, as a player, and what he meant to the game of basketball. And so that's kind of, I would imagine, what our players are going through. Just again, having a guy that, Kamani Lawrence, like he played. I was told by Coach Berno as they spoke about it that he began playing the game of basketball because of Kobe, watching him play. And so you have these guys that guy meant so much to. So it's it's a tough situation.
How do you get them to kind of focus on the task at hand, being that you've got a road trip here that you need?
It's a tough line to walk, because you have to be sensitive to the feelings of the people. This is and they have to grieve and go through their process, and you can't put your foot on the gas and accelerate that process. It's just got to play out at their speed. I'm going to try and do the best I can to get their mind right on playing and competing, and I think I've shared with them that the type of competitor that he was, if you want to honor his memory, then go out there and prepare and work like he did. There wasn't a guy that maybe worked on his game or strived to be greater at the game of basketball than he did, just the work that he put in. So we mentioned that, but it's hard to gauge how people handle something like this.
Did not shoot well against Arizona, and yet you still, with your defense, with your rebounding, particularly in the second half, that you still found a way to not only come back but beat a good team the other night.
I shared that with our coaches. I mean, if you look at the numbers and you see 38% from the field and for the game, and then we were 6 for 29 from 3, and then those numbers don't usually add up to winning. And then we got doubled up at the free throw line too. So I think it was the difference really probably at the end of the day was the defense, the activity, and the turnover differential. We turned them over 18 times. We had 12, and we were able to get more shot attempts than Arizona was able to get, and I'm sure that played a role in it.
And do you think Jalen Graham, just with the way he performed, does he put himself in a position to maybe be on the court during more meaningful minutes here?
I loved what I saw from him. Even after the fact, I had a greater appreciation for just how many basketballs he kept alive in that game, and just gave us another opportunity, another crack at it. So he really stepped up, and I mentioned the play on Gettings. I thought was a key play. Just really took that layup away and then grabbed the rebound and showed some physicality. And but yeah, it's been a tough 36 hours, and Jalen's sick and he didn't practice today. So I'm not sure how that factors in. We have several guys sick right now, in addition to everything that I had been talking about. So it's been a tough day.